Hey guys, Anthony Fourby4Diesel. Just want to quickly answer a few questions, and one of the big ones on our latest, most popular video series, those 10 videos on the 2007 120 Prado was, and what was the bill in the end? So I'm going to answer that question and a few more, so sit tight, and then we're going to answer a lot of the other questions on our channel after some other important messages. Hey guys, Anthony Fourby4Diesel. This is going to be a bit of a patchwork video, a little bit here, a little bit there. The first thing I just want to remind everyone, anybody that wants parts, so if you're ever going to be wanting to order parts this year, you need to watch this video. Just going to give you some brief information first. This is a extra large express post bag from Australia Post. That's what we send our injector kits in. This is a same size bag, what we send the BFE kits in, those both freshly packed. Now, quick reminder, if you do want parts, Mondays is my dedicated parts day. Please try not to bother me any other day except Monday, unless I don't get back to you on a Monday. If we don't finish it off on a Monday, then feel free to hit me again Tuesday morning from 8 AM. But as it gets later in the week, more and more we need to get the other work, the other aspects of the business completed. Okay, once again, we're running low on these. They're the dowels, the red caps, and the crow's foots. Quick reminder, when you purchase the injector kit, these items are a lend. Please return them. If you want to keep them, that's no problem. When you place your order, say, look, I really want to keep the extra 4 red caps you sent me. I want to keep the crow's foot, and I want to keep my pork cleaning dowel. A little bit of information on that. 16 millimeters in diameter, around about 250 mil long. So if you don't need one, you got one, or you got something similar, or you got a better idea, just say, I don't need the dowel, I don't need the crow's foot, I don't need the caps. We won't send them to you. I'm trying to give you this information so I can help everybody else, because if you return them, we can keep sending this gear to everybody else. I buy this multiple 2.4 meter lengths at a time, cut them down on the drop saw. I've got a whole box full of them. I've done it so many times. They're just not coming back. Some come back. We appreciate everybody that sends back the red caps, the dowels, all this sort of thing. We do the free contamination check on the injectors, which is, as I've said, it's a waste of my time. It is free. I'd rather not do it, but that's what I'm doing to try and get this gear back. And it's priceless for you to get your injectors checked once you've replaced them, to know if there has been water through them. It does go through filters, and then you may want to know about cleaning out your tanks and fuel system, you know, if there's contamination. And I'll remind you again, no news is good news. So I don't make a report or come back to you and say yours are all clear. We're very busy here. That's why Monday is the dedicated parts day. We're about to take some annual leave, so I'm just going to quickly give you the dates. It's easier for me to give you the dates that we're available. If you want to get any of these parts kits we supply, I'll remind you what they are. Okay, the injector kit, the complete injector kit, we've got videos on that. You can text me on a Monday morning at 8 AM for the video if you can't find it, but just search our channel. You should be able to find everything. We've got a playlist called Buying Our Kits. If you watch that playlist, you'll see all the videos that are relevant. So basically, in May, it's the 22nd. I'm looking forward to getting absolutely smashed on Monday the 22nd. That's why this video will get released shortly before then. And thanks for absolutely smashing me on Monday the 15th. I've been you know, busy getting all those orders out, so that's all sorted, all the work sorted, it's all under control. We're ready for the 22nd. This is the last major opportunity you'll have to get parts through me before Easter and the Easter break. We take school holidays off to spend time with the family, so that'll be happening. The next opportunity that I can guarantee you that's as rock solid as the 22nd of March is the 19th of April. Okay guys, 19th of April is the next Monday that will definitely be available. Okay, so basically there's a slight chance I'll be able to help you out on the 29th. The problem with that is, okay, and it'll probably work out okay, but it's the absolute last opportunity, and people like leaving things to the last minute, so please don't do that, because if everybody leaves it to the last minute, the 29th, some people are going to miss out. So 22nd is the magic date in March, 29th is your backup plan. Other than that, then you have to wait until the 19th of April, and because we're away and making you wait, we're also going to be available for the 19th and the 20th of April to be able to you know, sort out all those parts for you. So there is that window there, and then we'll be also taking the rest of April off, and we'll be back early May, possibly by the 3rd or 4th of May, but it could be very unreliable. Definitely back by let's say the 10th of May. Lock it in, Eddie. So you've got 3 important dates: 22nd of March, okay, the 19th of April, and then the 10th of May. They're your 3 important dates. The next 3 opportunities, please help me help you by not contacting me for anything other than if you want those parts kits or you're inquiring about getting into the Prado Hospital. Okay, there's a chance we've got some room for a couple of inspections next week. So the week of the, what did I just say, 22nd. So if you text me on the morning of the 22nd saying I was hoping to get in for an inspection, if you don't know about that, it's an hour-and-a-half inspection, okay? Costs you $250 to $330, a couple of variables there. It's an hour-and-a-half. We can do it while you wait. It's set times. You've got to be in sharp, out sharp, because the next one's going to be either before or after you. It's really well organised for efficiency. There's also a video included on that so that you've got a copy of where your vehicle's at, where your maintenance at, and what you need to do next. So just one more quick reminder in case you haven't quite picked it up. Monday is the dedicated parts day. Melbourne time from 8 AM, text messages with your name, vehicle details, and what you need information about or what you would like to purchase. That will bleed a little bit into Tuesday, but that's because we don't get it finalised on Monday, and Monday's getting very popular, lots of parts kits purchases. As it gets later in the week, more and more so. I'll give you an example. Please don't bother messaging me on a weekend. Don't even bother messaging me on a Friday unless it's emergency, and in which case you've tried the VIP group first because you're in there because you're a client. If you're not a client, you're not going to get a response anytime on the weekend. Avoid Fridays, number one. Avoid Thursdays, number two. Avoid Wednesdays, number three. If you hear what I'm saying, Monday, Tuesday is the days to get the parts and to also make inquiries for booking in. If I invite you to, please remind me Wednesday morning at 8 AM, then please do so. If I don't get back to you, then please follow up the next morning. I'm very busy doing everything I can. We keep customer service up to the highest level, but you need to help me do that. Okay, now we're going to go through some of the most recent questions on our YouTube channel, and a lot of the questions at the moment are under another engine all but dead part 10. There was, I suggest you watch number 1 through to 10 in order. They only go for about 10 or so minutes each. Very important information for everyone that owns any vehicle, in particular any diesel, and especially any Prado or Hilux, because it's specific to that. Although the information can relate and be very important for any vehicle. Okay, so great job guys, thank you. Thanks Anthony, some great info in this series and in your other videos. I've learned a lot. I'm getting a bit low. This one's a bit long, so we're not going to go through that one. Next one. Awesome. Built for that job is more than my 06 is worth. Hello, great work fellas, thank you. And for that reason, don't let it happen, because if you've got a Hilux worth 10 grand, you don't want to have to spend 15 grand on it. And if you've got a car worth 35 grand, you don't want to have to spend 15 grand on it, right? So I've already partly answered your question thereabouts. There's a lot of variables on how much it's going to cost, which is why throughout the videos I didn't say the exact cost, because it can vary from anything under $10,000 to closer to $20,000. There's some other questions, we'll get to those, and I'll give you a better answer on the costing as we get through the video, if I remember. Okay, next question. Geez, I hope mine don't need that despite it beauty. Love the vids, mate. I hope the restaurant is cool with the boat. I don't know what the boat switch is, Ollie. I don't know, I must have missed that, or did I stick a video in there that's not meant to do it? There's always a chance that happens too, so if I did have a laugh, if I'm running around naked, please let me know so I can delete it. Okay, I wonder how much it cost the owner for all the trouble. Ballpark estimate would be around 18G. Awesome job as always. I wish I knew someone who worked on these. Engine, by the way, here, Queensland. Okay, to give you an idea, it was under 15 grand, so better than you thought. But there was a lot of extras included. This is what I mean. The way we do it is awesome value for money. The key things to remember are brand new long motors made in Japan. I'm going to have another video soon trying to explain what Toyota means and Japan, and you just got to be careful when you use that word Toyota. But we're trusting the people in Japan to make an awesome engine, and we've got ourselves and our workshop partners that certainly know how to install it right, taking the time to make sure it's done right, with a value for money option of replacing some items that you replace because you're in there doing it, and some items you can reuse. So it's got to be balanced out. But that one came in under 15 with a brand new engine. That included obviously a new water pump, timing belt, idler, tensioner, new glow plugs, things like that. Obviously new oil and new coolant, a few other bits and pieces. I'm not going to spend too much time on that. We'll move through to the next one. Awesome finish. Curious what the dollars end up approx. 1 per day, spot on, thank you. Already answered, it was under 15 grand, okay? But look, don't tell everyone, because sometimes it's going to be more, guys. Now somebody asked about the turbo. We'll get down to that question. Hi, I love your show. Question, do you have any shows about the V6? Yes, please just search our channel, right? V6 right, 1GR, and there'll be more if we see them. There's just not as many of them around as there are diesels. There's a lot more diesels around. So, but a lot of the information on most of our videos will relate to both. I'll tell you just quickly, most important things you can do on a V6 is same as any engine. Lots of regular oil changes, lots of regular coolant changes, using the right products, okay? Just don't trust people too much. Make sure you know who you're taking your vehicle. As I always say, my favourite line, careful who you trust to work on your vehicle. Okay, next one. Great work, everyone. Looks brand new. Owner should be happy with that. I'm sure he is. Will this be an option in 5 or 10 years? Can't tell you that answer. Rough figure on this scope. We've already talked about that. Okay. Next one. Awesome series, Anthony. Plenty of good info. Yes, thank you. Next one. Turbo. Okay, he's asking about the turbo. Did you get the turbo looked at? So we've done enough of these and enough work with turbos to know. So we do have a turbo specialist locally, and sometimes we get him to look at the turbo depending what the circumstances of the whole job are. With this one, and look, usually what it is, it's not worth spending too much time on. You either do it or you don't. With this one, it wasn't noisy, okay? It wasn't noisy. We've got to know the feel of what the normal play is. We have a feel of it. We do our own inspection and also ask the client, did it get noisy, whatever. At the end of the day, there's no point spending another $3,000 or whatever the case may be unnecessarily. It's always something that can be done later. Yes, it's going to cost a little bit more to do it later, you know, $400 or $500 labor, but at the risk of an extra $400 or $500, just save $3,000 for now and get another 40 or 50 or 20,000 or 200. Who knows? There's no point throwing away a good turbo. As soon as we take it to get it checked, it costs us time to get it there and back. It costs obviously time to pay someone to check it. And if they're a specialist in that area and they check it, they're more likely to say, well, you know, this isn't perfect, I can't guarantee it. And then you end up redoing a turbo, spending, you know, even if you get it, you know, resorted, you know, 1,000 or 1,500, whatever it might be. We just like the new option, but only when necessary. So hopefully that answers your question. Next one. Great series of videos. I really enjoyed seeing the progression of the diagnostic right through. Thank you. That was the idea. Hope you enjoyed it. Glad everybody seems to have enjoyed it. Someone said that sounds beautiful. Okay, I'm going through the comments right now as we speak, you know. Okay, we're back on to, oh no, this is another part 8. Yeah, just looking for questions. Just looking for questions. What torque is the rotor gun? I don't know, that wasn't me, but don't worry, we know what you're doing. It needs to be F-type, that one. It's pretty big, you're not going to break it. The guys know what the gun was set on, and it would have been beautiful, probably 400 Newton meters, whatever. But I know the torque setting is something just over 300. Like I said in the video, I couldn't remember. I think it's 325. If it's not, it's somewhere close to that. F-type, the rattle gun is the go on that. But obviously still not too tight and not too loose. Can still be achievable with the rattle gun. It can be left too loose and it can be too tight, I guess. So, you know, you just get a feel for these things. And maybe not. Okay, blah, 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 bada bing, bada boom, no more, yeah, no more KOs from the USA, all Thailand now. If that's the case, I'm not sure, so I was asking for some feedback there. Just go through some questions. Here's one. Watch all episodes. Why not just recode the original engine? Because by the time you spend the time stripping it, getting all the machining done, spending the money on that, then you go, well, you know, we're going to put new pistons, new rings, new bearing machine. By the time you spend all the money and then you've still got to buy injectors for it and everything, it adds up to be the same, if not only a little bit cheaper. And we'd rather just have the brand new long motor job done. And I think, look, to be quite honest, if you did a full rebuild, it's just not worth it. Let's take, for example, there is a place that does rebuilds, right? There's places around. As far as I know, engines are about $5,000, right? Touch over $5,000. You've got freight to get it to you, okay? Then you've got to buy injectors, pipes, whatever. It doesn't come with the things that this comes with. And, you know, you've got to trust that someone's done the job right. And this is our biggest problem, trusting Australian labour and people. You know, there's people that make YouTube videos and they talk like they're the one there rebuilding the engines, and you get on the phone to them and they tell you they've got 5 workers there and they're actually not doing it themselves. Then you talk to clients that have had these engines and they've had oil leaks, blowing smoke, burning oil, rattling, not happy, or they've cracked pistons at 90,000 k's, a number of things. We're not going to name anyone because good luck to them in their Australian business, but we don't support rebuilds until somebody comes to us and shows us, yes, this is what we're doing. These are the guys that do it. They invite us to their workshop, their engine room, show us how they're doing it, and they've got a passion for it. We know it's done right, and we'll actually show a video saying, guys, here's a cheaper option, and this is why. We'll share it with you once we know about it and believe it, but at the moment we don't know about it or believe it. We believe in New Long motors. They're awesome value for money. How about this guy? So grateful for all your videos, sir. Thank you. Been a Toyota tech for 4 years. I feel I learnt more from you. There you go. Look, you know, that's awesome. A lot of praise here, really, guys. It just goes through. It's fantastic. Thank you for sharing the experience, etc. on a lot of the comments. Somebody asked, where did you get the new engine? We got it from a Toyota dealer. That's one of the things we do locally. You buy them locally from Toyota dealers in whichever state we're in, whichever workshop partner needs an engine to replace for someone. If they haven't caught the videos and information in time, so now's a good time to think to do your part. As much as you love it, share it, pass it on, share it on whatever internet pages, Facebook groups, whatever, to your friends in emails, text messages. Think who you know with any sort of diesel engine and just urge them to get themselves educated. Okay, somebody on part 3, question. Somebody said, is your recommendation 40,000 or 150k? Okay, you really need to go and watch all the injector information videos and watch all the videos and it will be clear, okay? Toyota's recommendations is, or their standard procedure is checking the valve clearances every 40,000. To do that, the correct procedure is removing the injectors and replacing the injector seats. They don't do that, okay? I don't recommend doing it every 40,000. I recommend checking the oil pickup casually. If it's done by factory, myself, or my recommended partners, I guarantee my work for 120,000 Ks. So you can relax for 120k. From 120, you start checking your oil pickup if you're not just checking it anyway because it's easy to do. And you need to get vigilant on it from about 140, 150, 160. The higher you go, every 5,000 K oil changes, be very vigilant checking it. And if it's all clear, your seats are all clear from leaking. And then when it's due that it's no longer worth the risk, around the 170, 180, 190, 200, depends if you've done higher or lower Ks, you know, 7 years, 170 is the guide. I'll say it again. So that's when we recommend changing, because that's when it comes into line with injector wear. It's metal wear. It's not, you can't put additives or whatever or cleaners. There's nothing to clean. It's already clean. It's metal wear. They're worn. It's worn out. It's like brakes. They're worn out. They're not working right. And to get this maximum amount of power and torque out of these engines accurately, they need to be working right. Otherwise, it's what's called wrong combustion, damaging the pistons. Somebody put up a big long letter received from Wholesale Automatics just now. You know, the standard letter from Rodney. You know, he didn't write that. It's a standard letter. And it ticks all the boxes as far as a marketing and sales thing goes to you. And that's what you're going to get. There's plenty of reasons where people are going to tell you need a transmission cooler and that sort of thing. But once you understand the operation of the transmission, keeping the torque converter locked, then you can decide whether you need a cooler for your circumstances or not. It's very old information that you need a cooler, and the biggest thing is heat. Heat doesn't kill transmissions. Heat kills the oil, and the oil is what protects the transmissions, and you can keep the transmission oil temperature in check and the quality in check, changing your oil. Old school, again, there was a lot of rubbish transmissions, and especially in those very popular cars, the Fords and Holdens, over the last many decades up until, I suppose, recent times. They even put themselves out of business in Australia because people didn't want them, you know, they had too many problems, and everybody wants SUVs now. Anyway, guys, I think that's about it for this video. I know you don't like them too long. I know some people do, but there's always another video, and if this isn't long enough, it's now time to go to our playlists and have a look through which one and watch some of those videos, or have a search on the subject you're interested in knowing more about. There's a reason we put those playlists there. There's only about, 10 or 15 or 20 different subheadings. You can watch through those. There's always more videos coming. We've got plenty in the bank. Well, anytime we can, unless I forget, I'm going to bring out one a day. You know, I don't know. Look, if enough people say in the comments we want 2 a day, maybe I'll work on 2 a day. And we've also got our touring channel. Don't forget that now. Fourby4 Touring Australia. Same as the word Fourby4Diesel, but Fourby4 Touring space Australia. Find that, subscribe. Not only is there awesome Australian outback adventure, scenery, full driving tips, how to use the vehicle, lots of things. There's also a lot of the touring type information. When we start talking about batteries and stuff over here now, a lot of that will be on that channel. So if you're into that sort of stuff, it could be even to do with transmission coolers and installations, because we might say it's more of a touring thing, you're towing. You know, some of it is going to mix. It'll be on one channel or the other, but if you're not on both, there is some stuff you're missing out on. That's your way to get your fix of up to 2 or 3 videos a day if you need it. We're certainly doing more on the diesel side at the moment, but over time we'll be building up the touring side more and more. Thanks for watching, guys. Please give us the thumbs up, so that lets us know we're doing the right thing. Help us help you, and please subscribe and turn the bell on, because I still know there's so many people watching new to the channel that haven't subscribed yet. Be like everybody else. There's well over 100 subscribers a day at the moment, which is pretty good for a little Australian automotive YouTube channel. Join the hordes and get in there and subscribe before it's too late and we can't fit any more subscribers. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.